The lifts performed in this program were completed by seasoned and trained strength athletes. Do not recreate these lifts at home.
You ready, Jimmy?
I've been ready.
He's been going.
Okay. Someone got a timer for 3 minutes?
Kidding me?
They're the Lift Busters, a group of strongmen and strength athletes dedicated to strength testing your favorite feats of strength from movies, TV, and more. And on today's episode, they're going to Haddonfield for Halloween. The Busters are once again at the station to review the lifts before testing them. Today we're joined by Eric, Alex, Spencer, Jimmy, and Mike. Let's take a look at the 3 proposed feats of strength from Michael Myers.
In this first lift from the first Halloween, Michael Myers uses momentum to single arm push a woman up a wall and hold her there until she chokes. The second lift is from Halloween 4. Michael is chasing his relative and in pursuit of her climbs underneath the truck she is fleeing in and holds himself there as the truck drives away. Michael holds himself there until he is past the police blockade. Michael keeps himself in place using only the underside of the truck and does so for an undetermined length. He holds on from Haddonfield Elementary all the way to the highway as they drive across town. This is a bit of a difficult distance to ascertain, but Haddonfield is comparable in size to Alpena. Finally, Michael, also still supporting his own body weight and the vehicle moving, climbs into the bed of the truck and continues his pursuit. In Halloween H2O, Michael Myers lowers himself down using his non-dominant hand slowly to attack his victim. The challenge is the speed of the descent.
So, if I learned one thing from Friday the 13th, it's that things that look deceptively easy are not. So, my knee-jerk reaction is that's very possible.
Yeah.
You know it's possible.
Yes,
I think as long as there's the right leverages.
If you have momentum and putting someone on, but they drag them up the wall. I feel like you place someone on the wall, that's doable. Dragging up the wall.
Yes. Much like the same way that dragging someone from a sleeping bag with momentum is doable.
Yeah.
But from a dead stop.
Yes.
This is kind of weird. You use momentum to get them to the door. And then it's like they slammed them into the door and then just went
Yes.
up.
Yes. But, so, looking at the mechanics of it, both from the movie and the footage that we created from it, no leg drive, it looked like.
In the movie, no leg drive. I think the only way to do it is going to have some leg drive or use 2 hands, which he obviously doesn't do because then he stabs them.
And then there's also, in the movie, in the clip, their hands right here on his arm.
You bring up a good point because that is going to be, like, I think necessary in just like, because just holding somebody up by their jawbone, basically, pressing against you versus the amount of surface area from them also pulling with you.
Yes, I agree. So, how to test it, and the guesstimated weight I had for the fella in the movie, he was a 1970s lanky young man. I couldn't imagine he weighs more than $140.
I was going to say, if canonically you said Michael Myers is 6 foot,
Yes.
and he's shorter than Michael, I would say 135 was going to be my guess.
I would agree. Either or.
Yeah.
So how to test it? Spence, you had kind of thrown around an idea for it.
Yeah. Just like a pin with something dangling from the bottom to make it long. But
Okay.
then the way would be still made mainly at the bottom end.
I think that your suggestion was good because also it moves a little bit and you are lifting a person who's not going to be... Exactly. That replicates that variable.
Yeah. And it's close.
Right.
Which we don't have a person this time.
That's fine.
No.
This is a
This is
potentially
one that-
dangerous lift.
Yeah.
Folks, don't do this at home.
Remember the intro. We are seasoned strength athletes.
They are.
No, you are too. You So, all right, well, let's get building.
The Busters set to work recreating a human being test subject using a dumbbell and a pin with weights.
Dumbbell will be
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
that's
head,
how it works.
so that this would swing, and then you would have like that jaw.
Yeah.
And we have some doors. I think that'll also decrease friction because it's like a smoother surface with paint on it versus like the concrete or trying to do against the wood or the siding outside. And it'll also just be more true to form for the actual. How much are you going to put on that?
Well, I was thinking 50.
So it's 25 pounds on your hand.
A 50 and a 45 with that'll be about 100 pounds.
Yeah, I was thinking
Maybe just shy.
20.
Sure, let's do it.
With their replication complete, will this lift be busted or confirmed?
Yeah. Flat down immediately.
Is he stabbing with right or left? Like he grabs first by the throat? So I got an idea though, but like, so the guy's standing there, so like we're not lifting the weight up there. So what if someone's holding the weight there, you grab it, push it into the wall, then lift it up though?
Try to slide it up.
I mean,
No.
well, as I was saying, if you go down to the 20-pound dumbbell, that's the average size of the head. So then you'd have a bigger weight on the bottom. So then you come in, push into the wall, then lift it up.
A big difference maker too is when they put their hands like on your forearm.
Yes.
It takes like tons of pressure off your wrist.
Even with the changing dumbbell, the lift is proving difficult.
Like a little bit of a circus dumbbell type form with the hip out kind of a thing. So you're saying like use your hip into it to like slide it.
You just place them and then they're just there.
So they're already there, you're saying?
Yeah, you don't slide them up the wall.
Well, I'm just saying in the movie he does that,
Yeah.
and it doesn't actually show his bottom half. I think while he's doing it, it shows a cut of up the arm going up, and then the guy's feet coming off. But it doesn't really show.
Yeah,
Because you could kind of throw your weight into it that way.
Seeing Mike Myers do things, he's not seen like a
No, he doesn't
hip
use.
lean.
He doesn't seem like the circus.
Like this is not seen.
There's
like
no
a
body
Mike
English, you
Myers
mean?
pose. There's like this is not seen.
That's
very. He seems like this is a man who, in a separate video we watched, lowered himself down, firmly perpendicular from his arm.
But only with one arm.
Yes.
Yes.
He there's none of this even in that, so I don't
Yeah.
think there's like.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like I was not seen like Mike.
Do you think changing it to like a barbell might change it, or do you think it's strictly just the weight?
I think it's
the
just
weight.
the weight.
I think it's the weight. And it's the weight for that form application. Just like one arm, push, and then the drag up. You can just throw it into the wall and not freeze. I think it's like,
I think that you
a
place
couple of
them
steps
and you squat it up
I'm just thinking,
or force
throw it
just
to the
throwing. Yeah.
If you're throwing someone into the wall,
Whether or not they get hurt.
like whether or not
They're gonna get stabbed,
see
so.
after you hit the back of their head in the wall,
I'd also like to point out that does he not stab him through into the door and
He does.
leave him there?
yes.
The point of like, so you've got to literally just press a knife through a wooden door deep enough that it holds the human body down.
All right, let's try it again with whatever proposed form we have.
Okay, so we're gonna try the barbell. The clamps are not really made to hold things in this direction, but we're gonna try it because we are professionals who do this at home.
Yes.
So basically, my idea was more or less get under it, just squat it up, but I can't even. Just lifting it up to this point, I can now. from the impossible. I tried to pin my hands under the plate to at least.
My arm's straight though.
Yeah.
But you also can get it up. You can't, like... If I start here, I can't... I'll never get up. Because I'm already, like, up. Definitely more feasible. Yeah. Good work.
It did. That is,
With neither lift proving successful, it's time for the busters to come together, discuss, and conclude if this lift is busted or confirmed.
I love these movies very much, but I hate how fucking weak they make me feel. I'm really, I couldn't do it.
I imagine it adds to the thriller sense of it. It's very ominous that it's slow and methodical. The problem with that is the more slow and methodical you make it, the harder you make it.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, what we learned here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we even tried momentum.
Yep.
We even tried, like, the most mechanically advantageous positionings we could. I couldn't do it. Nothing.
Yeah. Like I said, 2 hands was the only way I was able to plant it.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't stab them. I just have to strangle them instead, which is arguably more effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's safe to say this one's busted. Moving on, we got the second lift now.
This one I'm a little bit more excited for because I think that in the realm of plausibility, it has some to it.
So the first thing we should probably do is take a look. Eric was kind enough to bring his truck today. So we could take a look underneath the truck.
Yes. So he hangs from the truck for a distance while it moves.
Yes.
And while it is still moving, he climbs out and murders the people in the vehicle.
Yes.
That's what we're going to replicate.
Yes. Now the other thing too, though, is that we looked at it this morning before the shoot, the map of Haddonfield.
Yeah.
We were trying to do some math.
Yeah, Spence, you had some good points about how big you think Haddonfield is.
So it looked like it was only like 15 blocks from the elementary to the outside of the town. And after that, maybe they drove twice as far. It was like 3 miles total.
Yeah.
Like about a mile
So,
from the elementary to the house.
and in the context of the movie, there's no power.
Mhm.
Everyone's on lockdown in their homes.
Mhm.
So these guys are trying to get these two out of the town as quick as possible. They can go as fast as they want to, reasonably through town.
And there's a police blockade, I believe, that
Yes.
they run into, which is where he says a few miles down the road.
Yes.
That's like really the only context that they give us for these things.
Yeah.
So we calculate, what was it? He'd need to hang 3 minutes
At least.
Yeah. About 3 minutes.
and then crawl out.
Yeah.
Is it even possible to get underneath the truck?
Wow.
Well, it's an older truck.
It is.
It is.
I'll say
It's
that.
set
Just,
tire.
we might look under here. It's not.
This is a lot newer truck, yes. This is a newer truck, folks, and this is a 1980s film.
Yes.
So we can assume the truck is that
70s.
year or newer, or older, excuse me.
Yeah, I think it was like a 70s style truck, which they
Yeah.
have solid frames and a lot more.
It's very square body,
spots
that
to
kind of
get
stuff.
hold of.
Square
Yeah.
body. All kind, a lot more open.
Let's give it a go.
Yeah, let's crawl in and see what we got. So at first I figured he would like hang maybe here, but like with him being similar build of me, I don't even fit between the ground and here. Like I'm already dragging on the ground at the speed he'd be dragged out the vehicle. So the only other option where he would have to hang would be further back. Maybe hanging on to here. But how would he not get seen by people climbing the vehicle? Well, it's dark. But then I don't know where his feet would hang. Yeah. But you got nothing on the left side. Unless he's okay getting dragged by the feet.
Is I'm not quite as tall, but I mean I could probably put one foot under this leaf spring over here or something. And then there's tires here. I mean, I can hold myself up like this. I don't know about how long though. It's kind of an awkward position.
Being kind of close to it would help.
All right, you ready, Jimmy?
I've been ready.
He's been going. Okay. Still got a timer for 3 minutes.
Kidding me?
I was going off the filming time.
It's not gonna work.
You can't do it for 3?
I can't get comfortable. Maybe Mike's a little bit shorter legs. I don't feel like I'm high enough to where even when like I start to sag a little bit, there's any room, maybe without the tire, because there is framework right there.
Also looking, I found a picture of the underbody of a 1988 B30 Chevrolet pickup, and there is no tire, so it looks like, yeah, there's a lot easier handholds.
Way easier. Holy heck.
Yeah.
They give you all the space.
Well, I mean, this is the front and the back there. You can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
definitely
way
a lot
more
easier
open.
to handle.
Way easier.
Like, there's actually like just straight bars going across
I was gonna say,
and open space.
Since we've established that the older model of truck was easier to hang from, well, how can we mock this up in the station to make it basically conducive for us hanging?
Let's go. Let's go
find out.
Let's find out.
The busters have recreated the holds underneath the truck using a yoke and the functional trainer. Will it be possible to hold and then climb over? Or is this lift busted?
What I think I like about this is what you were saying. Yeah, I can theoretically hang here for a very long time if I moved where my elbows are looped through. But with different hand holds, you could do neutral, you could do like under, you could do a mixed grip to try to stay.
You're not hanging down that far either.
You're right, you're not going to be fully extended like this. You're going to want to get up here, and what I would do if I was him is I'd hook at least one, or maybe both, and just hang here.
All right, fine.
Oh, yeah, this is.
All right.
Oh.
You're a third of the way there.
I honestly, do you think it's doable, Eric?
I think so.
Knee-jerk reaction, having just climbed into it.
Blood curse really motivating you to?
Yeah, I might just have to go ravage a truck full of people after.
Almost at 2 minutes, Mike.
I would argue that you can tell that Eric does a little bit more cross-training than the rest of us, because his form already on us is perfect.
Almost at 2 minutes, Spence. All right, now you just gotta crawl in.
You know what I mean? Like something like that.
Yeah, but how? You don't have enough room to push over like that, right?
Probably not. Oh. Ooh.
Maybe he can do a V-hole to get himself like into the truck to where his legs don't drop.
Oh, when you're going around the edge of the truck, whatever your feet were hanging on, if you then switch it to a pushing against, that will also give you quite a bit of assistance on the hold.
What muscles must that?
Have you freaking pythons.
All right, Spence. Just gonna muscle up over it.
Like, you could grab, he grabbed the tailgate. So you could like grab up here. And then.
Oh, you're talking about going that way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's how you.
I think just one handhold, pull up, and then by the time his feet hit, he'd have another handhold already.
Yeah.
And then he was like up in truck. Because those tailgates weren't very big either. They were shorter than like that one even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with just moving around in here, just any of the hand over hand.
With each buster having completed either the hold, the climb, or both, it's time to conclude and discuss.
Well, this is a series first.
I think it is a series first. This one actually seems pretty plausible, given the information about the truck.
Yes.
That makes it more plausible. But then we proved that the hang is not that hard.
No.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
With the right conditions, I think there are a couple things that made it really advantageous for him. One is his size. He's a lean fella.
Yeah.
And he can fit underneath there very easily. He's obviously very strong in the arms.
Mm-hmm.
And then the truck body, you're absolutely right, really helped with that.
It makes or breaks it, because we tried on this, and while you can get a little bit of airtime, that hang in that condition, not possible. But
The only thing though is like that static position. You guys got to remember to consider the fact that like you're hitting the pump and stuff too. So,
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I mean, I stopped.
like earthquake test.
I stopped because we got to the time limit that we estimated. That being said, I guess there could have been some chaos where you guys were shaking it to try to knock me off, but I don't think that any shaking on the feet in that position would have been a detriment at all. Maybe around the head, like hitting the pavement, but like,
Yes.
So we know he can't die, but does he feel pain?
Yeah, he feels pain. In this timeline for the movie that we're watching, Halloween 4, yes, he can feel pain.
So while it's not gonna kill him to grab or hit the exhaust or drag on the pavement, it's still gonna hurt.
Yeah, but he'll do it.
Yeah.
he seems to be a very motivated fellow.
Yeah, he's really motivated to kill his mates.
Yeah. So
this one's confirmed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, you're right. It is.
So the last one we have then, the bonus, is maybe a little mundane, but I think it's cool to show how difficult it actually is. Single arm drop down.
Yes.
So in it, I've shown you all the clip. He has his hand in this position. Actually, with his non-dominant hand, I should take that back.
it was his left hand.
His left hand, like this, with his knife, like this. He drops down very slowly.
And the shoulders don't torque.
Nope.
They stay perfectly.
That was
level.
like the point that I laughed
And
at.
his head and his feet stay perfectly
Yes.
perpendicular. They
Like
don't
a
like go
ninja.
under his hand. It's just like
The
hand is
amount of
over
shoulder
here,
stability.
but there's something holding him this way. I don't know what it could be.
Who knows?
Like
It's really
wrist
difficult.
strength. Like
So off the top of my head, it's not hard to recreate this.
no.
No, not at all.
It's just either a do or don't.
Yep. Yes. I have my suspicion.
I have my suspicion about me personally. Let's test
That's
it.
good.
With the bench.
All right.
I think just lowering like this with both hands in a control fashion is hard.
Yes.
Doing it with one is impossible. You're gonna be hanging.
Let alone your non-dominant.
Oh god, yeah, lefty. Can't do it.
Busted for me, viewers.
Oh, good. That part's easy, but one hand, no way.
Yeah.
No way.
One
Okay.
hand.
Yeah, one hand in my hand be here, be dropping right. Whoa, I did it. Wait, on camera, you can't even try.
A fun fact, that's how I'm going to recreate it. On camera, you can't. There you go.
No way. Nope. No.
I can't even like.
I didn't use
Not with this in the way.
I didn't even use chalk.
No.
I can try with chalk. I think the pull-up's not a problem.
No,
That's a horrible.
It's the,
Yeah, like I can get all the way to like this, but yeah, it's the like a single hand. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad we saved that for
The special
last.
last.
Yeah. That was laughably busted.
Yeah, it was bad. Busted.
Yeah.
I don't know what training split he does.
Well, I think he trains with Magnus Mippo.
Yes.
You were saying that, you have to be one of the best well-rounded athletes, rock climber or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just a whole.
So I think he is just a rock.
just all the fingertip pull-ups.
Yes.
Everything he does is just like grip and arm. He doesn't do any leg strength. No slashers ever do leg strength.
Yeah, apparently
They
he
all
has really
have-
skipped leg day. He doesn't even run.
No.
No, he just walks.
None of them do. They all walk because they have weak knees because they'll shatter if they run.
True.
But I mean, he is a power walker. Have you seen power walkers?
I was saying, I've been to the mall. I've seen the old ladies.
No, I agree, and I think Spencer, you made the best point about it. He is just a rock climber. That is exactly what I think he trains. Like when
Yeah.
he's not doing this, The other
Yeah.
364 days, he's just climbing a rock wall.
I think he's just climbing like a PB Tom.
So in the war, he was just probably climbing around the ceiling, just along the windowsills.
Yeah, I think he's just like climbing up people's like houses and eaves all the time. Just being like, oh, I could never get in here and play with this family. Not my place.
So if I wanted to train to both look and have the strength of Michael Myers, what would you suggest for someone?
Yeah, just,
Let's say,
just be a rock climber and overhead press a bunch.
Fingertip pull-ups.
yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be a lot of like a crimp, grip,
half crimp.
work, holds,
Yeah.
pull-ups. Like that.
And what do you think his diet is? I will tell you right now, canonically, he eats dog.
Dog? Oh, well, it's obviously a very meat-based diet.
Yeah, he's not vegan.
No, he's definitely he's meeting the macros on protein. That's a fair point.
Any other closing thoughts for our Halloween special, fellas?
It was very fun to do. It was.
Yes.
I'll say this was arguably one of the more fun.
It was fun to have a successful one.
Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Lift Busters. Happy Halloween. Be sure to comment down below what lifts you'd like to see us test next.